The league is horrified of this as the Padres star players are picking it back up and fans are beyond excited for this rebirth. Let's talk about it. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Happy to be back as always. Before we get into it, I'm going to change the style I do these post-game recaps a little bit. Recently, it's been a lot of, here's this one topic, and then why the Padres offense sucks. Blah, 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 Padres offense sucks. So I'm going to try to be more focused, more concise, and I've cut some things out. For example, no more today's lineup. Also, no more post-game fan reactions. I don't know if anyone cares about that, so it just wastes time. Why have it? So I'm going to try to keep it more short, more concise. If you guys like it, let me know. If not, I can go back to the old format. But it all depends on what you guys want. I want to make you guys happy, and I want you to make me happy by subscribing as always. But we had a nice game today. We split the series against the Diamondbacks, which isn't horrible. It isn't great. It's mixed, right? We had a very mixed bag of a series, but today was a good game in some aspects. But we're going to focus today on the Padres offense. I know I literally just said we talk about the Padres offense a lot, but today is an interesting case that I want to share with you guys today. So let's start with our AJ Cassavell recap, because I do always want to keep AJ Cassavell recaps alive. Padres 4, Diamondbacks 3. Mike Shildt offhandedly called them the Four Horsemen a few days ago. And you know what? Let's run it with Morejon, Adam, Estrada, Suarez, the Four Horsemen. Nailed out the final 4 2/3. Tatis and Machado went deep. The Padres earned a split. So yeah, I'll talk about the game in a sec, but let me start with the offense, right? So we did have a relatively good game. All the stars are showing up for the Padres offense today. So let's look at that, right? Another thing I did is I separated the box score and made it a little larger for you guys if it's easier to look at. But Tatis Jr., I don't know if I can count Arraez as a star, but Tatis Jr., Machado, Gavin Shildt isn't really a star, but he's had a good game. Jackson Merrill had a good game. It might not look like on the surface, but he had 3 walks, which is really good, right? So today was probably the best these players have looked in a while besides Arraez. And it's funny because Arraez has played better recently, but then I started using him in Pick the Stick. If you don't know what Pick the Stick is, it's super fun. Look it up. But every time I select him now, he does horrible. So now I got to stop doing that. But the stars definitely did show up today. It's just the rest of the team didn't show up as well. And I'll show you why in just a second. But let's start with this. Hello, Machado. Shildt actually has been really impressive versus left-handed pitching recently. Yeah, Shildt actually had a pretty good game today. 3 hits, 1 walk. I guess a really good game today. I'm underplaying what he did today. He did really good today. No home runs, obviously, but we had home run power from other players, which helped obviously a lot, especially Machado and Tatis. But I also wanted to show you this. Jackson Merrill had walked 3 times today, his second 3-walk game this season. Here's why it's a good thing, right? Number one, obviously he gets on base. Secondly, Jackson Merrill has struck out a lot recently, and you can see him having trouble watching the ball. But walking 3 times is a good sign that he's slowly figuring it out, which is absolutely what we need. 100%. Jackson Merrill picking it up will help this team in so many different ways. But one thing I want to show you too, Manny Machado and Tatis Jr. have both homered tonight for the Padres. It's just the second time this season they've homered in the same game. 623 versus the Nationals. But what I also want to show you is this, right? This is from yesterday, but obviously still probably counts. NL West percentage of home runs that are solo shots. Padres are number 1 with 69%, 53 of 77. And once again, there are 2 players on this team that got home runs, solo home runs. But the really, okay, so I talked about the good things, right? But the really not great thing is we had 4 runs on 13 hits. 13 hits, people on base. Today, the Padres were 2-12 with team runners in scoring position. So while we did enough offensively to win the game, 4 runs should be enough on a good defensive pitching day. But the fact of the matter is we're still leaving people on base. And while we do have home runs, obviously slug is still an issue, right? But while we do hit home runs, we're not hitting those home runs with players on base, which is strange, right? Because I showed you yesterday, we're 15th in on-base percentage. So it's not like we're horrible. It's not like we're bad. We're middling, right? But we're still getting on base. It's just we have an inability, apparently, of scoring those runners with a home run. Today was an example of doing some more small ball stuff, like Bogaerts hitting in Gavin Shildt. Like, we did have some clutch hits, but when you have things like Trenton Brooks going up with bases loaded and he grounds out, or later in the game, Xander Bogaerts got unlucky twice. He hit the ball hard, and that's kind of his whole season recently. but he hits the ball hard and it goes straight to somebody. I mean, Bryce Johnson had a hit today, so that was cool. But the fact of the matter is we still have holes in this, like I keep talking about. I just made a video about how Jarren Duran probably isn't the best fit for the Padres, but yeah, I just don't think he's a great fit for the Padres. I tried to positively spin it. I think there's too many holes for us to get Jarren Duran, but that's just neither here or there. Watch that video if you haven't. But yeah, it's a good offensive day that actually really isn't a good offensive day. So my point being is that I want us to take a step back and celebrate the win, but realize that there are still more issues that need to be addressed, whether it's coaching the players to play better, not that they're playing horribly, but to play better than what they are, because we do expect them to play better, right? Or AJ Preller go out and get some low-key players, or sell like a Dylan Cease to either get prospects, or what I think is a better idea, sell Dylan Cease to get some average talent. Not not a lot, right? If we want to get like at least one average bat and a prospect, whatever, right? We can get creative with it. But yeah, also the offense is concerning because of this well, let's read this real quick and then I'll transition to my next point. Series left a lot to be desired, but salvaging a split isn't nothing. Great to see Fernando smoke a few tonight. Manny again. Find a way to beat the Phils this weekend. Wrap up that has been a successful first half with much to look forward down the stretch. Go Padres. Yeah, I forgot. Tatis almost had 2 home runs today, but they decided to them because we robbed them twice, and then they robbed Tatis for a home run, so it's fine. All things are fair in love and war. But yeah, we're playing the Phillies. They're really good. Look at these ERAs. 203, 181, 237. Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez. I'm pretty sure Christopher Sanchez is a left-hander. So 2 left-handers. And we just talked about how much we need left-handed help, especially in the last video like I talked about. Sorry to keep plugging it. But check it out, because we really do need more help in left-handed pitching. But that's why I'm saying it's a good thing that Shildt has been impressive against left-handed pitching, because now if we get an actual good left fielder defender, not that Shildt is horrible, but we can do better. We can make Shildt a full-time DH because he's made it clear that he can hit from both sides of the plate, or he can hit both sides of the mound. Both sides of the mound? Both armness? Both, you know what I mean. He has that ability, and that's exactly what we need, right? But let's just quickly go over the last thing about the game. Just really quickly, the bullpen and the pitching. Randy Vasquez was fine. Not a great day from him, but as long as nobody's losing games because of him, we'll take it, right? 380. His ERA is slowly creeping up, but again, still below 4, still better than Dylan Cease. Morejon is amazing. I love him. He should be an all-star, but he's not, but he should be. Adam, Estrada, Suarez, like we said, the 4 horsemen came in and shut things down. Are they going to be tired for the series tomorrow? I guess we'll find out. But yeah, we'll see how things go against the Phillies. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you feel about the new format. I know it's much quicker, much less in-depth, but it's a good generalization, I think, and to make things quicker, to keep your viewer retention going, whatever, blah, 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 right? Let me know how you feel. Is there things you want me to change? Is there things you want me to bring back? I want to know your feedback. I'm going to go watch Superman in a sec. So if you made it this far in the video, comment, did you like Superman? And I'll know that you're great. And I'll answer you, because I'll be happy to answer you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you felt about the Padres offense today. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? And as always, have a fantastic rest of your day, and please subscribe. Go Padres. Also, the new format makes me get these quicker videos a lot quicker out. Just FYI, if you like me getting these videos quicker out, let me know. Okay, sorry. Goodbye.